Fellas, today is the 5th. Can't believe it. Here we are in chapter 5, verse 7. Again, there's huge warning about the other woman. The other woman, the other woman, the other woman, the other woman. Not the other woman, the adulterous woman, the adulterous woman, the adulterous woman. I'm just saying the other woman because we all know what we mean by the other woman. So he says, my children, listen to me. Don't stray from my advice. Stay away from her, far from her. Don't even go to her door. Don't go down her path, and don't even think about going, unless you are ready to hand over your reputation to someone else, unless you want to spend the rest of your years at the mercy of some cruel person because your reputation went down the tank. Forget the consequences of the immoral woman or the adulterous woman who shreds your marriage, shreds your family. It's the reputation that the Father is telling the Son. Because we're walking the earth trying to bring the Lord some glory. That's why we're walking the earth. To make disciples and to bring Him glory. Joy comes in those two pursuits. When we die to our kingdom and reach into somebody else's life and bring them closer to God. And when we bring Him glory by how we live and how we worship. A man at peace in God's creation is bringing God glory because he's worshiping the Creator in His creation. He is whole. He is closer to the man he's supposed to be. For example, make disciples, bring God glory. How can we bring God glory when people talk about for 25 years our meltdown, our one day on the path or knocking on the door of the adulterous woman? Some of us watching this video have experienced the bad reputation that comes with a slip. It's a tender word, a slip. A slip is like you slip and move on. The fact is, when we dabble with the immoral woman, when we knock on her door, we don't even go in the house, people will start talking. Now, we don't want to live our lives paralyzed by what people might say, but we do want to be careful with our reputations. Try to live your life, especially when it deals with the opposite sex, above reproach. Above reproach. I met with a guy who's ministering to a gal at work, and it was such an enjoyable lunch that I had with this gentleman, and I just watched a man respect her for who she was, who she's becoming in Christ. The man's actually leading her to the Lord. I think he's worked with her for 2 years, 5 years. He's known her for a while. What if he knocked on her door in the wrong fashion? His reputation would be, he wouldn't even be able to stand with any credibility and talk about how good God is when he's been a scoundrel. Our reputations are so hard to build and so easy to lose. Why would you let somebody for years talk about you in a way that doesn't bring God glory? Just by going down her road or knocking on her door. And so, fellas, I think I just want to encourage all of you to be very, very careful with how you treat the opposite sex. As your sisters, says Proverbs. Treat them as you would your sisters. I think there's only a couple of things I've done right in my life, and that's one of them, is to treat every woman, 90 years old or 9 years old, like my sister. Man, you could talk about a lot of things with Mark as it concerns his reputation. My humor sometimes goes too far. I'm a bit crass sometimes. I'm a little sarcastic. I could go on. But not when we talk about sisters. I feel pretty good about that. I hope you do. If not, clean it up. Clean it up quick. And don't go down her road. Don't even think about going to her door. And if you know what street that is, don't even go to the town, brother. Be free. God bless you. I hope you have a great day. Make it the best day of the month, the 5th.